Welcome back to FSL Evolve, where we see the rising stars of the female gaming scene in Southeast Asia. So we've seen TOEFL decimate their enemies with a 13-5 on Vine, and we're gonna see another series today. So it's best of ones for now, and this is gonna be really very exciting. I'm Key, and with me is I'm Quack, with his what's your duck's name behind you again?
The Chungus. Wait, where was it? Yeah, there it is.
Chungus.
Chungus.
Big Chungus. Yes, yes. All
Big
right. So
Chungus.
Big Chungus right there. And we've been enjoying the games. We've seen some players pop off. We've seen good utility usage, even just from the previous round. And just a reminder to everyone, FSL Evolve is for Plat 3 and below. So their previous act rank has to be Plat 3 or below. This is sort of like a developmental league where players can come in, play together, look for other teams or like-minded players to improve. Like Quack mentioned earlier in the broadcast, you can join as an individual. So if you want to be part of this community, you're of course have to be female. You have to be a woman in sports. You want to join teams, you can join as an individual, and teams will pick you up. You can form teams with other like-minded people, and of course, Plat 3 and below. Don't forget. But if you really want to improve, want to be in a competitive setting, you can join FSL Evolve. So don't forget.
Yeah.
You can just follow FSL on different channels. They're on Twitter. There's some on Facebook. You're probably watching this on Twitch or Facebook. Definitely look for the community there. Sign up and join.
Exactly. Just join. What's the name of that guy on TikTok? I forgot his name, but it's really fun to watch because there are so many talented and smart players, just like we saw from TOEFL. And maybe they're not incredible, like immortal, radiant, like crazy sharp aim players yet being the key word, but they have potential. I mean, all those strats were really fun. I'm not kidding. I went over to Nutzera stream, dropped the follow real quick. I am very interested to see what more they have in store for us. And if you're one of those players, who knows? You might be able to meet other players who are just like you. You get to make new friends and actually form a team. Maybe you get picked up at some point, because TOEFL right now, I think they're just a group of friends. They're not an actual org named TOEFL right now, but who knows, in the future maybe they get picked up by some other team somewhere. Maybe I don't know.
Yeah,
But
we'll have to see. We are going to the agent select right now, so we're gonna see if there's gonna be neon slash chamber here. Looking around, none. I'm sad right now, but
kind of sad.
we are. I'm interested to see if the teams can make full advantage of the sky picks. They're both picking skies here, and I think that's really interesting because typically, if you're not a very well coordinated team, you wouldn't really want to be picking sky. And I find that both teams picking sky here they mean business.
Yeah, you definitely want to flash for teammates, but just a little bit of background info on these teams. So we've got SINchronizers on the defender side, and then we've got Viridis, Arcus, Strikers on the attacking. Now, Viridis, Arcus, what do you think that means, Marquis?
I'm not sure. They're VA strikers. Maybe they want to be like vision strikers.
Ooh, maybe that's pretty fun. But
yeah.
Okay, I did a quick Google and I kind of recall Viridis Arcus. They are, if I'm not wrong, a collegiate team.
Nice.
And Viridis Arcus translates to green archers. Both sides, they're all from the Philippines.
Oh,
So,
if they're green archers, I know which school they're from. They're from
Yeah.
De La Salle University.
Exactly, that's the one. So this is going to be a pretty fun and interesting game to look out for. Filipino players on both sides, and yeah, unfortunately, no neon. Why wouldn't you want to play a neon on
Missed opportunity.
Slits?
Missed opportunity.
Really missed. I want some quicks, but whatever it is, here we go. Boombot in towards ramps. It's already a little bit of early info, a little bit of utility being burnt. VA strikers might just be able to find some opening picks into the A side. If they can, maybe break a little bit more utility, they could overwhelm the site. But judging by how things look on the mini map right now, yeah, I think this rotation over to mid is the better call. There's just way too much fortifying A site.
Yeah, the mid control would come in pretty easily for them. There's 3 attackers on mid and a lone Sky defending all the way back on B heaven. I think for the VA strikers, they're just looking for more control here. Great patient play for them though, but do they have enough utility to? Do they have enough time even to get into the site here? Because okay, that's gonna be information for SINchronizers there. The flash is gonna reveal that they're at mid, but they still don't know if they're going mid to B or mid to A. So that's still a big question mark for them.
Very big, but I think that wall just gives it all up. So now they have to make sure they take down these two players, one of them being the Sky. Madam will be the first one to fall. And just like that, control has been granted. Ite, not quite sure. She's still holding on the other side, waiting for a team to come over, but it's a little bit too late because the shots are good. Ceci or Kessie just landing straight into the faces of the Synchronizers players. Carminian going back in to make it a quick trade, though, now looking for a couple more paint shells in towards the back of site to secure it even further. She's basically trapped in that one spot, Fishy Mint, but still pretty much alive. Has to land the Sheriffs. Gets the first, gets the heal, looking for the last one, but misses! Ite with the classic free gun BTW.
That was so close. There only needed one bullet, one more shot from Reina to take down Ite. I'm not sure if, okay, like, my Tagalog slang is kind of like outdated, but ite is actually a variation slang of ito, ito, which means this.
Yes.
I think so. That should be it. Trying to explain names here. Remember, Mike Lang Sakalam
Sakalam, Lang
from
Malakas
way back.
backwards.
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh,
dude.
big throwback. That's almost a year ago. That was an Open 2.
Literally, yes, literally a year ago, pretty much. Well, that's pretty fun. It's always nice to see all these different names. I'm gonna have to call you my Kuya at some point.
No. Okay, I guess that can pass. But I just wanted to bring up as well. We talked about VA Strikers being a collegiate team. Collegiate teams are very big in the Philippines because we have so many colleges back there.
Cat Arena or something, right?
Yes, so Arena is also one of the organizers of like collegiate tournaments, and I think that the collegiate scene is just full of budding and promising players. Like Savvy 8K from VCT PH actually started from collegiate team. So that's really interesting because there's nothing to sneeze at, right? These collegiate teams are made up of players who want to improve and will eventually get there.
And just like that, it certainly looks like VA Strikers are improving and getting there because of that early shot coming in straight into where it's A heaven. They have the sight now, and maybe even looking to cut them off on some rotations. Fishy Mid picked up the Spectre, goes back in for a couple more kills, gets the spike planted, but Synchronizers coming in from screens. They thin the numbers a little bit further. The paint shells just underneath her feet. It's a little bit of friendly damage, but still pretty much all good because they know where that Cypher is. Pyrel unable to hold it. It's going to be Synchronizers with a 2-0.
Yeah, that was her own paint shells. It got clipped on the top of the window there. So I think that you have to be very careful when you're playing Raze because, like, you know, it just clips and you nade yourself.
Sometimes it do be like that. It's
yeah,
it's not a lineup
like
thing. But here we go. It's full buy. I think it's pretty good because they did quite a bit of damage onto the Synchronizer squad. Like 3 players getting taken out. It's hurting their economy. They have to... Well, I'm not quite sure why Overjoy is going with the Frenzy. Well, not the Frenzy, the Stinger, excuse me.
Yeah, I'm not sure either. But, you know, like, it just makes the bonus round a little less bonusy for the side of Synchronizers. For VS Strikers taking 3 out. Plus the last 2 that survived, they had the armor taken out, so you have to rebuy those as well. Don't forget, armor costs quite a bit.
Yeah, 400 and 1,000. So just gotta be a little bit careful about how you want to spend your creds. But here we go. In towards B Garage, trying to get a little bit of info, but it's getting denied. The Trailblazer getting shot down. That just makes it a little bit more confusing. VA Strikers need to find another avenue of entry, and if they walk up in towards top mid right now, a little bit of a crossfire setup. Not sure if I like
playing
where
it
this
really
is going.
slow still, but the crossfire might prove to be
the
deadly.
knee.
Yeah, the knee.
What?
You know, when you're crouching, you're actually wider. So that's one of the things, right? Have to be very careful about. I think that whoever was playing in Mailroom needed to play a little bit up closer to see anyone who was creeping up.
30 seconds left.
Maybe be a little bit of a distraction as well, but regardless, that's only one player. VA Striker certainly to create an opening off of this, pushing into towards stairs. They take Ite down. Jill salvage though, getting a couple more, and that just makes it so much more difficult for VA Strikers because there's only 15 seconds now. Pyrel getting a couple more frags though, will be able to get the spike planted. So How is this going to work now? 1v3.
With the Spectre, no less, it's gonna be difficult. But if she can isolate these 1v1s, hardly an easy task right now because there's 3 members alive on the side of VA Strikers. Only a Sky is low, and she's playing the middle, so she's gonna have to. Madame is gonna have to fight someone who's full HP first, and no one is peeking. She's just lost. Doesn't know where anyone is. No information. All of. She checks his corner. She might be able to heal. Ooh. She does. She's gonna be able to heal up. Gets a second one as well. Overheals and gets a third. Madame with a 1v3 clutch finishes off everyone. VA Strikers. They should have gotten this, but I think there's no time. Oh my gosh, yeah, she gets it with half a second remaining. Madame showing people why she's a Madame, why she's on that Reina. That overheal on the first kill, really securing that round for her, getting her healthy. Gets 3 kills with that Spectre.
You said it, Key. You said this round wasn't supposed to be. It's a little bit less bonusy because they had a stinger at the start.
No, it's a big bonus.
But damn, Madame went up front, took 3 players down. I was not expecting it. Got the defuse as well. 3-0. Vision, well, not Vision. Excuse me. Viridis, Arcus, Strikers. There we go.
Yeah.
They can't be feeling too good right now.
No, not at all. That was their round to win. They just needed to set up a crossfire. Madame was 1 hit away from just getting taken out, and instead she gets a heal. She gets 2 heals and gets a 3rd kill even to secure the clutch. That's just no way that should have happened.
Oh no. And that just makes it worse. Can't even find the opening pick into its top mid.
Going for the heals, look at that. The Sky was running all the way to base like, I gotcha, here's the heals.
Here you go. Lovely bit of teamwork. Still though, not so much noise, just a little bit towards middle, allows for VA to kind of push up in towards top of a heaven, top of ramps. They got spotted by the Hawk though.
Okay, Tae's gonna take one down. Takes a second as well. VA Strikers just can't buy a kill right now. 5v3. They take one down though. Carminian, who wasn't very healthy anymore, only had no armor, was taken out. But Yan Lu, only 45 HP left on herself too.
20 seconds. I don't know. I don't like where this is going. They don't have HP. They don't have the numbers. They do have Vandals, but I think they gotta save them.
Oh,
what?
That was a DC for sure.
Spike down B.
All right, the spike is down, so there's gonna be no time for her to retrieve the spike and plant it. But hey, you know, like growing up in the Philippines, internet is just like that. It's just like that, you know. Like
It'd be like that, huh?
Do be like that.
It is what it is, and I think it's not the worst thing in the world. They still
No,
won
not
the
at all.
round.
Yeah.
So we're gonna be pausing the game for a second just to kind of allow for one of the players to reconnect. But apart from that, I mean, Synchronizers, the way that they've been defending thus far, I mean, nailing shots, controlling the map in these very specific positions, it's just so difficult for Viridis Arcus to try to find something. I mean, they've been attempting to push in towards areas like middle, maybe on top of A ramps, but they just can't quite catch a break.
Yeah, I wanted to drop some tidbits here. You know, one of our biggest telecom providers in the Philippines is called PLDT. It stands for Philippine Long Distance Telephone Company.
Telephone company?
Telecom,
okay.
yeah, telephone company, telecom, yeah. So they used to be the biggest providers of landlines, hence the name. But because of that, they were also the first ones to provide internet. But you had to have PLDT back then. You had to have PLDT or not at all, right? There's so many ISPs that popped up. They're all small, but you had to be on PLDT since they had the widest network in the country.
Right.
But because they always disconnected, they're lovingly called PLDC.
Oh no.
Yeah, so there's maybe a PLDC moment. Like the past few days, I've seen some streamers, some players all complaining that they're getting less than 1 Mbps on their internet.
Oh no.
That's problematic.
In 2022, less than 1
in 2022,
Mbps?
exactly. Like, what can you load?
That's unfortunate. But, you know, maybe if there are some Filipino viewers in the chat or something, and you get this reference, drop us a seems good, a thumbs up here and there. PLDT or PLDC.
Yeah, PLDC. Yeah, we have a lot more providers now. You know, very fun fact. When I first moved to Singapore, I was still on. I think I was still on DSL.
Oh my
like
goodness,
like legit DSL. Like my internet speed was still like 45 kbps.
that is. You might
I'm
be
not kidding.
revealing your age here.
No, I might have moved to Singapore when I was young. You know?
It could have. True.
Yeah, but basically, I went from 45 kbps to 1 gigabit here, and I'm like, wait a minute, what have I been missing out on? And it's such a big difference, you know, like ping.
Yeah,
That's like for example, Philippine players, depending on which telco you're on, you actually have a different ping per server. Like some telcos have better ping on Singapore because of the routing.
Oh yeah,
Some
you
have better
mentioned.
ping on Hong Kong, or some might even have packet loss to Hong Kong and higher ping in Singapore, but they have to play in Singapore because of the packet loss in Hong Kong.
Mm,
So all of these internet issues plaguing Philippine teams, Philippine players, like imagine you're all playing from home and you just happen to have different internet providers. You can't it's not so easy to just change provider, right? Like you're locked into contracts and stuff. Look,
yeah.
they're just summoning Astra back from the land of the disconnected.
Just I don't know, knifing
Hacking
the
away.
ISPs.
Hacking
Hacking
away.
away. Wow, there we go. Hacking away.
What is this? I like that they're having fun though. Which game was
Yeah,
that
summon
where
it back.
I think it was the last evolve. At the very beginning of the round, all 5 players just formed
Circling
like
around.
a pentagon, and then
Oh my
just
goodness.
started like crawling around in circles
Chanting.
like this, but with 5 of them
5
at the very
circling
beginning of the round,
around,
and
right?
then they just started winning. Like they did this in a timeout, and then they just started winning. I'm not sure what kind of ritual this is, but 2 is not enough. Like you need 5 for a pentagram.
All right, well, third, fourth. There we go. There we go. We got the
Yep.
kind of
Summoning circle. Okay,
summoning circle.
gotta be in sync, guys. Your movement should. Okay, there we go. We got it. Summoning circle. Astra, come back. Astra, come back.
Oh my goodness.
Astra, come
This
back.
is Astra, come back.
It's so good.
You gotta do the whole thing with Doctor Strange and circle your hand around.
Yeah.
No spoilers. But
Mystic
that scene-
circle.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
no
Mystic
spoilers.
circle.
But if you haven't watched,
yeah.
Spider-Man
Ned.
was pretty good. I liked it.
I love that scene.
Ned's
The,
Filipino, by the way.
Yes, exactly. Batalong or something. And then his grandma speaking in
Yeah,
Tagalog.
she's speaking Tagalog. Like she's actually a legit Tagalog speaker.
Yeah, you can hear the accent too. And she's
Yeah.
I'm going to bed. That little part.
No, she speaks Tagalog. Yeah. In that funny scene, not many spoilers there. She actually speaks Tagalog, and it's accurate.
It's awesome. You gotta love that representation. And speaking
For
of
sure.
representation, Neon in the game.
Yeah, Neon.
She's got some
like,
Tagalog lines too, right?
Yeah.
Salamat.
wait, Salamat, thanks.
Yeah.
Which is actually quite funny because Salamat is thanks. It's like saying thanks. But
Thanks.
it's a bit funny. But at the same time, like for a lot of us Filipinos, we all speak a lot of English, so the voice lines being like a mix of Tagalog plus English kind of makes sense. Kind of feels natural to me.
I just can't believe they didn't put in the Oberdare.
I actually commissioned a friend to make me a sticker for that. So that's really cute.
Absolutely. You mentioned it, yeah. So
She has
check
the
out
point. Yeah. you call it
twitter.com
Nanguso.
/keycast. Is it?
It's far back.
Keycast.
It's far back from the tweets. I have to
You can-
repost it somewhere. I have to make it a sticker for like a emote maybe.
Do a little
know.
giveaway. I don't know. Maybe.
Okay, so wait, let's take a look at the scene. There's actually a store here. A lot of people miss this out. There's actually a store here. You look at it. There's figurines there that look almost like Funko Pops or like Nendoroids.
Nendoroids, yeah.
Yeah. So, and then there's the figurines there. It's actually supposed to be a store of the agents. It's actually the Glitch Pop agents, the Glitch Pop store, if I'm not right. If I'm not wrong.
With a bunny and stuff.
Yeah, with a bunny, exactly. So this is the Glitch Pop store. I mean, I played Split so many times. I only noticed this maybe a few months into the game that there was actually a store there.
You gotta love how Riot designs these maps, and there are
Yes.
just so many tiny tidbits here and there. The crab on Breeze, for example, some Tectabears hiding here and there.
What crab? Wait, what?
There's a crab on Breeze. Breeze. The beach.
Beach
I
breeze
think
breach.
a specific spot somewhere in the attacker spawn. Some crab will like crawl up onto a rock or something. But hey,
Oh.
all right, our player is back in the game.
Okay, summoning circle work took a while, but she's back.
Let's see if the summoning circle can give us. I don't want to jinx it, but you know what I'm talking about. You got 4-0 right now. You got several more rounds to go if they can make this a perfect game. But VA Strikers, they have full ultimates, all 5 at the ready. This could be some kind of an initiating opening pick.
Oh, they're actually trying to rush in. So that's something they haven't really done yet. Play extremely fast. And it's kind of working out for them. They're already in sight. Not Ceci stepping a little bit into that nano swarm there. Yan Lu is gonna get the first kill. Oh no, bit too overconfident there. Overjoy is gonna take Ceci down. Pyro gonna get a kill for Ono. Looking good for VA Strikers right now.
Wanted to put up the wall, I think, but there we go. Not too bad. They've managed to thin the numbers. Synchronizers down to 2 remaining. Still, though, I don't want to count them out. Remember what we saw from Madam earlier on. Overjoy trying to make some noise in towards the top of B Heaven. If Pyrel stays hidden, that would be a very big win. Madam only has a Spectre. I did not realize
She
that.
only needs a Spectre.
I don't know. This round probably not, because they are moving here and there, and there it is. Risa Desu finishing things off. The perfect game is no more.
Yeah, finally getting that kill, that round back. VA Strikers, they just need to play fast. So one thing that I guess we noticed right from the very beginning, even in round 1, they played really slow. They're looking for those pickoffs, those defaults. And then this round they just decided, hey, why don't we hold W? And it worked out.
It worked out. It's because they managed to catch the Synchronizers off guard. And sometimes you go for those really controlled duels. Your opponents might be prepared for it. That's why they have their crosshairs perfectly placed. When you rush in, it's a little bit different. So maybe try and pull off similar things. They send out a guiding light. It doesn't really catch anything. Now the Trailblazer to maybe retrieve a little bit more information. Madam, though, with the off angle, has
timing.
Sheriff as well. Doesn't quite connect the shot, but now just stalling time for her teammates to rotate on over. And I think she's done a pretty good job.
Yeah, but the spike is going to go down. There's probably no way for them to stop it. Pyral is going to get another kill with her flanks yet again. Fisherman going to take one down. Oh, the flights! Gets a double kill Carminion. And Ite is able to take one as well with the space created from that. With just classics though, what can they do?
Aww.
Shots missing, and Ceci is going to finish off Ite. Another round 1 for the VA Strikers.
VA Strikers, could this be the start of their comeback? The summoning circle did not work, Key, and that is why we've got to pull out the big guns. Drew Savage with this huge operator. Might just be looking to lock down, seems like the A site for now.
Yeah, but it looks like they're going to go B again. I mean, VA Strikers, that's what's worked for them. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. I mean, it's just pure unga bunga for them. They just go into B, they just rush in, and there's just complete space there. But it looks like for Synchronizers, they're going to try something different.
Wow.
They're going to try for the Reina to look for information. Jules Savage, getting a first kill at Operator, already paying dividends.
Bringing out these unga bunga strats, but now they're getting shut down by sharpshooters such as Madam and Jules Savage. The Operator ringing true. 3 players remain on the side of VA, and unless they can find a couple more picks, I don't see how they're going to be able to win this round. Risa trying to push up to a top of mid, but only gets denied by Jewel, who already rotated in towards the top of heaven.
You don't normally see killjoys with Operators. Like, normally it's like your Jet, or I don't know, like
Chamber, maybe?
yeah, Chamber. I mean, we haven't really seen Chamber in competitive play, right? I'm really excited
Sure.
to see Chamber or Neon. Please give me one of them.
Yeah, one of these games. Calling it out to the teams. But for now, it's still a fairly flawless round for Synchronizers. They've done such a good job at controlling the map, rotating back and forth. Earlier on, Jewel Savage was on Heaven, B Heaven. Now she's up around the pillar, blocking down Garage.
Yeah,
Yan
great
Lu
shuffling
is-
from them.
Mm,
She went
very
from
confused.
ropes to B Heaven to B site. they just don't know where the op is, and Ceci is just gonna be in for a surprise here if she's
10
gonna try to take this
seconds
orb.
10 seconds.
There's no time. There's really no time. There's no time to be setting these things up. All right, they're just saving.
So this time around, it didn't really work out. The Unga Bunga in towards B, I think
No, there was only one B. I think
True.
if they fully committed, might have worked out.
might have been different. True. If you fully commit against an operator, you know, that thing shoots one bullet, then you got to reload.
Yeah.
It's bolt action. You got all 5 players rushing down one operator. You can, I think either the numbers say something.
For VA strikers though, their economy is still pretty healthy, so they can still do a full buy across the board. See if they can challenge it this time around. It looks like they're gonna go for mid control this time.
Alright, well, we hear a tiger being sent down to the bottom of mid. It does get quite a bit of information. Ite now is going to be the one to hold them off as they try to push up in towards the top of mid. Gravity well being popped as well. Just makes it a little bit slower. They still seem adamant on pushing through though.
Careful here. I'm blocking vision.
It is actually the year of the tiger. Before I forget. Chinese
it
New Year
is.
is upon
Lunar.
us, and let's see if the tiger trinket brings him good fortune. As Fisherman gets into the side, gets a double, immediately devours as well. So she's very, very healthy still, and the VA strikers have found a way to get into B side yet again.
Spike planted.
Oh my goodness, but the lockdown gets deployed right at the top of B heaven. It's just a little bit of a bait as Jules Savage trying to rotate back around. Drop down. Wait, they've climbed up the rope. She doesn't quite notice it, but still, with too many players on the other side, VA strikers still take the round.
It was almost an ace for Fisherman as well. She got 4 kills over there, and both Reyna's really, I mean, Madame, we saw her in that clutch, but after that she's been pretty quiet. Carminion and Ite are the ones that are doing all the work. But SINchronizers still a pretty good lead, 5-3, but on split, on defense, you really don't want to be giving too many rounds up.
Especially since you want as many rounds as possible, given how the map is laid out. Still fairly defender-sided, but these days, all these teams, they are starting to figure each other out, and that's what we're seeing from Viridis Arcus right now. This time, in towards A, where only one player pretty much is hiding. You've got Carminion over at the top, though, and with that Boombot being sent out, she just might be able to find something.
Taking that back.
Get a little bit of information here. The Leers are coming out, so they know where they are. But the counter initiate as well. The ultimate from the sky will spot out some defenders. Madame, not a good time to peek there. Overjoy though gets a quick headshot. Summoning circle, summoning this Astra back. Does not stun anyone though. Does not get a second kill even. Fisherman is gonna take one down with Carminion. It's gonna get a double. Gets finally get taken down by Yan Lu. Jules Savage is gonna take Yan Lu down. And SINchronizers have taken this round back.
All through a little brawl. Pyral getting spotted towards the top as well. If Jules Savage did not get her, you can bet that Ite would have. So 6-3 is the end of this score. And I don't know, man. Viridis, Arcus, they kind of need to find something different. I mean, it's not really a full Unga Bunga anymore, but it's not really working out.
No, I mean, the Unga Bunga only works on B. The rush B strat worked. It's worked every time they tried it, and now they're trying A. I mean, it kind of makes sense. You went B so many times that definitely the defenses are going on B. They did make SINchronizers change their defenses. Killjoy is now playing on B instead of A, and now they're gonna use the Cosmic Divide to get into the site. So they're just gonna rush in, and there's a counter Cosmic Divide as well to cut off the attackers. Overjoy is gonna take one down. The nade is gonna come out as well from Carminion. Silences her jump, takes one down, gets some damage done as well, so it's not looking very good for the attackers right now as they get taken down left and right. 5v1. It's gonna be a flawless round 2.
7-3. SINchronizers, calm down. Sheesh. They're just able to go in with these quick peeks, taking a couple of players down and falling back into cover. VA Strikers, on the other hand, you can see what they're trying to go for. They want to find these entries, but pushing past walls kind of really hurts them in the process.
Yeah, the economy is pretty broken right now as well, so For VA strikers, they can't buy anymore. This is the second to the last round. They're saving up for enough for the next round.
Which would be the last round of the first half. But you still want to make every round count. Looking at how Synchronizers are defending. I mean, look at this. Just playing off info, falling back now. Definitely looking for Ite to top her off.
Yeah,
Meanwhile-
look at Ite already running all the way to Swan. I'm just gonna heal my teammates.
But look at how they actually reposition, right? So as soon as Ite falls off of B Heaven, you
Madame
got
push up.
exactly.
I mean, they're living up to their name. They're very synchronized. But Fisherman is gonna take her minion down. Doesn't even need to overheal because she only took one bullet. Madame is gonna take Pyral down though, so that's the Cypher down. Fisherman gets taken down as well. So Synchronizers 4v3 for them, looking pretty good in the lead.
And that just takes care of so many other players. Yen Lu, though, with a couple of taps away, she picks off another in towards B, forcing the Seekers to get sent out. It's a nice little even exchange, but what they really want is to be able to push up front, pick up those rifles, and turn this into a spike plant or two. Can't quite get it, though, looking at how Synchronizers are just holding them off. I mean, these guiding lights being sent through. I think that might have been the last one, though. So, finally, utility being burnt off. The wall comes up. They should be able to push up front. Yen Lu picking up the Phantom now. With 10 seconds remaining, she has to go in to get the spike planted at this very second.
They get the spike planter down, and it's all down to Sky. They don't even need to kill her. Risa does. She's just gonna be going to the next round with 1,000 creds less.
Oh,
Look,
man.
Because she didn't die, she's not able to buy up from her Marshal.
Can't even...
Right.
Yeah.
That is a bit of a gross miscalculation there. I think, like, a Marshal in the last round, not really the best, but I mean, if you can, use it as a musket or get those headshots,
Maybe.
I'll excuse it.
Still, you have to be that sharp of a shooter. If this were a bigger map like Ascent, maybe, but on Split, only
terrible.
a few spots where you can really make the full use of that thing. So now, even getting spotted out by the Trailblazer from Ite, I don't think she's going to want to push up into mid anymore, and not unless she's got backup from her teammates. Guiding Light getting sent in again just confirms a little bit more information. And every single corner of the map is being so well defended by Synchronizers. Take a look at this. They're pushing into Garage just to lurk.
Yeah, they're getting so much space. There's just so much information. They know it's probably going to be an A, just because of the information that they have. The Garage being pushed up. Fishyman gets the first kill though. Great headshot there onto Carminion. Gets really low though, as Madame tries to shoot her off, and both Astras making it very difficult for both Renas to actually shoot at each other. Alright, Ceci gets another kill as well. Overjoy gets taken out. And B looks pretty free right now. Ite, oh! Ceci was not expecting that.
Trying to push up further to cut them off on the retakes. To rotate, excuse me. But still, though, undeniably not moving, not budging from their position up over by A Heaven. They've managed to find a couple more players. It's a duel of the fates between the Renas right now. Madame as well as the one from Fishy Mitts, but there we go. Madame's going to be the one winning out the duel this time around, and if she can do it, she just might be able to retake this in a 1v2 still. Nebula going up though, blocks off the top of Heaven, has to find another option, going down ramps this time. And it's one that the VA strikers might expect because they've got screens smoked off as well. She pushes up front, looks to clear the corners. Guiding Light gets sent up to the top so she doesn't get blinded. But still, Yen Lu with a perfect crosshair placement, perfect position, strikes her down. It's an 8-4 first half. Not too bad.
Yeah, pretty good for starting an attack. I think that they can take this back still on the defending side. My one concern for the VA strikers is that I actually don't feel that Cypher is that effective on this map. I just feel like, with the Sky, with the Rays, like so much of the utility just gets broken. There's no jet, so you're not gonna trap that annoying wind girl
Wind girl.
We'll see. I mean, Pyro has been pretty sharp, although not as sharp as Fishyman, who's topping the scoreboard right now. Let's see if VA strikers do better on the defending side, because we saw SINchronizers, right? Their defense was really good. It was very dynamic. They moved it around, especially Sky needed to move around. They moved the operator around as well. So VA strikers, they have to defend this really well as well. The Astra and the Cypher both on B, so it's going to be difficult for SINchronizers to get in.
Certainly. I mean, just take a look at this. They push up front, instantly getting pulled in, but they backed off in time. Still, though, this is plenty of information for the VA strikers. They see all of this so clearly. Can they land the shots? That is the question. Pyrel wrapping around the corner, managing to take down the spike carrier. This puts SINchronizers in a very tough spot as they have to retrieve the package, and that leaves them with one single player. Overjoy dropping from the top of heaven, now looking for the two remaining players. Just might be able to do it. Peppers down the +1, and then the headshot.
God.
A triple kill, 1v2 clutch to close this out. They pick up the pistol.
That was something. Like we saw a similar clutch from Madame, and she does it with a classic on a pistol round. So again, no business winning that 1v3, and she clutches it with a classic.
And with so many kills, like, you get all that economy, you buy up a Spectre, some light shields, you just go shopping with all these stars. Look at you, place them in these little corners. It's definitely going to be an A execute. I don't know if VA strikers are going to be prepared for this, not unless Fishy Meat finds an opening pick. She doesn't get it, has to back up. Reset though, with the Marshall. There's your musket. It's one shot, she backs up.
Yeah, that's where it's effective, right? There's a little bit of distance for you on the defending side. Fisherman not getting those shots. Oh, gets it as I say that. I kind of cursed it. But the defenders, VA strikers, are making this round work. Yet another headshot for Fisherman. Tries to get the last one, but Madame is going to be there. We've seen her deadly with a Spectre. Only 81 health, though. She does not have the spike yet.
Well, I don't think she can take it at this point. It's dropped so far from her, and they know where she is. Look at them. Some of them dropping down just to close up those inches. Ceci holding it down, and that's just going to be that final frag. VA strikers turn this back around.
Yeah, the gamble paid off for them. The headshots from Fishyman, the opening kill from Reset. It just really played out well for them. I mean, you normally don't want to buy in that second round, but they were already in the back foot, and they made it work.
It's just one of those things. They were at the back foot. SINchronizers got maybe a little bit overconfident, just trying to rush in with Spectres, but they did not expect Fishyman to play Ring Around the Rosie and turn the A site into her playground. This time now, it's going to be the reset on the economy. Fishyman has her Vandal. And SINchronizers, they're kind of suffocating. They need to find different ways to approach the sites now.
Just looks difficult for them. They don't really have the Astra now to smoke anything off. So, I mean, it's a save round for them, right? But they want to do as much damage as they can. They want to see if they can get the spike down. But for VA strikers, they know Fishyman? Okay.
Oh, thank God.
That was a spectacle, but Fishyman gets to top herself up. She has Devour, so unfortunately for Madame, her efforts are basically nullified. They know where they are. They've already flushed out control all the way from A side. They know they're just hanging on B.
See, like, this is so good because you've got players up over by mid. If anyone tries to rotate through sewers, they can hear it. If they want to rotate through the back of attacker's spawn, it's going to be so difficult just because Fishy Mint is in that position.
30 seconds left.
Now hiding in the corner, if Ite wants to push up front, she's probably going to get her head taken off, and there it is. The last players up over by middle, hiding on the other side of the wall. That's the last thing that Pyral expected. Looking to get the rifle now, but we got players already in position to deny this. It's going to be Yenlu spraying her down. One more player. Come on, guys.
Only one left, and she has to die here, otherwise she loses money. Honestly, I'll leave her alive.
Just to
really, like,
force her to hold on.
You lose
to
1,000 creds. Like, you're stuck with a classic.
No bonus.
They know where she is. They know that she doesn't have a spike. There's no time at all. They know that she didn't even get to pick up a gun. So just leave her alive, and then she enters the next round 1,000 gold less. Sure, you don't get the kill bonus, which is 200, and maybe not get the ultimate orb. That's perfectly fine. 1,000 crits down. She wouldn't have been able to buy this Vandal.
That is a viable option. But regardless, they do go for the 200 creds and alt orb option instead. So it is a 9-6 right now. They've got everything they could possibly need to stage a comeback. Let's see them close this gap even further. 9-6, maybe a 9-7 if they manage to stop Synchronizers from pushing up middle. Are not slowing down. But they still overwhelm her. Yenlu, though, as backup. The trades are instant.
Yeah, VA strikers are suffocating Synchronizers. They do have the buys, but they just can't get the kills. And Overjoy is the only one left alive. Oh my god, she gets met with a big gun, but Overjoy is gonna take 2 kills. 64 HP left on her, though. 2v1 right now. She's gonna get the spike down. No one is near at all. And this looks to be winnable for her. She does have the Vandal. So if she can isolate these fights, get 2 headshots onto Fisherman and Risa, who are playing it very smart, by the way. 2 of them pushing up, but look at Overjoy. She's already creeping up to heaven. Oh, she's actually walking back. I thought she'd actually have this. Gets the first headshot. Knows where the second one is. Immediately walks up. She has the stun as well, so she can just play off of the spike first. And there's the stun coming out. She knows that Risa will not be defusing this because she has to get off the spike. Sorry to scare Risa a little bit. Oh my god, she gets the clutch yet again. Risa was not aware that, you can get banged from that wall.
Incredible! I am overjoyed. That was a 1v4 clutch, basically. Starting off with this burst up to the top of heaven, Overjoy just takes down the Odin player, of all things. And then getting the spike planted. VA Strikers needed to play that a little bit more safe, a little bit more careful. But unfortunately, there it is. It's 10-6 now. And Synchronizers are just a little bit closer to finishing off this game.
They're really on a roll right now for Synchronizers. Overjoy bringing that round back in. No business winning that round. 2 clutches for her already on this second half. That slow is going to discourage the Synchronizers from pushing in, though. So they're going to have to change their minds here.
They have a second slow at the ready as well. Ceci all the way at the top of heaven, but they really want to go in for this. The Cosmic Divide being committed. They're pushed up front of it, though. VA Strikers still looking to find some opening picks. Not really committing to the push as they rotate back towards middle. I'm not sure if that was the best use of the Cosmic Divide.
Yeah, I'm not sure what this achieves, really. It blocks out heaven, but they don't do anything with it, so maybe it's just to discourage someone. Maybe it's a double fake, like, hey, we're going B. And then if they don't make any sound, it makes VA Strikers think they're going A. Unless it's like a double kind of like fake.
A little bit
a
too
pump
much.
Fake, though. They did rotate the sky back to A.
Just a little. But you still got 3 players on B in all of these tricky positions. Those are the ones that I'm
running
really
out of time,
concerned
too,
about,
so they have to make this execute perfect. They jump to the side, but look at the gravity well, though.
Okay. The firing squad comes in, lockdown as well. If they can find those frags, there it is. The spike gets planted, and we reset the timer to 40 seconds.
It's surprising that they were actually able to pull that off. But they did, and it's a 4v3 right now. Synchronizers are looking very good right now. There's a showstopper being used as well. Tiger is going to bite someone. Double stun, really. Like, Carminion is not going to find anyone with that showstopper.
You got a showstopper, I've got a stun. It doesn't matter because Fishy Mitch just gonna push up front looking for some more frags. Unfortunately, she gets taken out from back sight, and Ceci's the last one that's alive, but the Bulldog also bites just as hard as the Tiger. 11-6, Synchronizers. That was a pretty delayed but smart play, right?
Very smart play from them, and it was really fast. It just happened so fast. They all went in, even got slowed by the gravity a little bit. Despite that, they got the opening kills. They were able to open up the site for the plant and ultimately the win. So Synchronizers definitely way more synchronized than VA Strikers right now because that execute was beautiful.
Absolutely
And you were
not.
spitting bars there, by the way. Like, I'm not sure if you realized. You said front,
I
and then
don't.
you rhymed it with stun. Like,
I did not
yo.
realize that. But just another thing that I did not realize, Synchronizers are at the top of their group stage right now. They are at a 4-0, looking really unstoppable. They know that the economy of VA Strikers is crumpled. That's why they're just rushing in. They're losing some players in the process, which is not my favorite thing, but it doesn't really matter at this point because they win this. It's 12-6. Overjoy is just spraying down every single player. The third kill in the round. And of course, like I mentioned, match point.
This is scary because it's match point. There's not much room for error for VA Strikers, and they still have 6 rounds to equalize. So they're too far back right now. They do have the guns, but they have to win out from here. And it's looking so difficult because Synchronizers, you can tell that they're on top of their game. The last 3 rounds, they just took control.
It's that's the scariest thing, right? When you're so confident that you just grab them by the reins, grab them by the horns, and you don't let go. 6 rounds is what it takes for VA Strikers just to push this into overtime. They've got some ultimates this round, but past that, I don't know what more they can do. So far, it's been these attempts at pushing through. There's a little bit of a pause right now, so maybe they can use that to maybe take a breather, just kind of discuss something. But why aren't they able to defend these sites, Key, do you think?
I feel like there's just no presence. Like, they're just not able to get any control. There's no fear of any flanks. There's no mid control from the VA Strikers. The mid control is particularly important in split because once you get mid control, it's very easy to flank to A or B. And I feel like the flanks haven't been happening for VA Strikers. They just get overrun on site, and they don't even go for the retakes. And they're not getting opening kills. They're not getting the pickoffs. So for the side of VA Strikers, I want them to be maybe a bit more aggressive, maybe a 2% push. Get some trades early just to make it so difficult for Synchronized to use their full utility, because that's what they're falling to right now.
I think I see what you're saying, because they've been rather passive. And when you're that passive, if teams like the Synchronizers, and they are in sync, they just go in hard together as a team. You get completely overwhelmed, and you lose a site just so quick, just like that. Even if it is kind of a delayed push with the Cosmic Divide earlier on. It's so many of these things that the VA Strikers have to consider that I fear it's kind of paralyzing them at some points.
Yeah, it's just a lot of I guess lack of any action from their side on defense. Like, I know that for many teams they'll say, when you're on defender side, you shouldn't really be too aggressive. But if just staying on site doing nothing isn't working out, you have to mix it up. Try something different. Try to push out. Try to go for a trade. Try to go for a lurk, a flank, something. Your team needs to do something.
Just something different, anything.
Could be anything at all.
I don't think they're really doing that at this point. Defensive positions posted up onto B. Some cameras being pulled up as well. But the executes are just too good. The Seekers get sent down, and here comes the push. They're going in hard. They are getting some headshots. They're falling back as well, but still the 4 team members are just going in to take control over the site. Pyral is the only one hiding over by the box in the corner. Ceci finding a shot from the top of heaven as well.
Look at the flank a little bit better. From Astra.
Finally peeks out, and here comes the retake. Ceci, Fishman, they're looking for all these frags, and Overjoy with a bit of a flank. I don't know if she's going to be able to do much because it's all too late. The retake was good, and it keeps them alive for one more round.
That was really good. They still make it out with 4 members alive. I did not expect that from VA Striker, especially since Synchronized actually used so much utility there. They committed a Sky Ultimate, the Seekers. They even got to pull Pyral in with a Gravity Well. They knew where she was, but it just didn't pan out. Like, they couldn't get cleanly into the site. They could all just get taken out one by one. And Overjoy was a little bit too late on the flank there, all the way from A. It was just too late. 1v5, she was left.
That's why I don't really like controllers being separated from the team. Especially once the spike gets planted, you really need to work together. But here we go. just going in hard. They're looking to close this out, but if anyone can stop them, Fishy Mint can. That's a double. There's the triple. Gets a little bit of an overheal as well. She has her Empress if she wants to, though. Doesn't even need it. Risa Des comes back into support. Overjoy still being ever so sneaky. Goes back in towards screens now. Looking for yet another frag, but gets walled off? They just don't want to let her retrieve the spike. They know where she is as well. Trailblazer going in to confirm her position. She hides in the corner, though.
She has a good full minute, though.
Take her time. She might be able to find a couple more picks. She knows where the Trailblazer came from, so... might just be able to find one.
Still 1v4, though. I'd be very surprised if she gets this, but, you know, she's going to start off with one. Gets a second one. All right, this is starting to look doable. 1v2 right now. We've seen her clutch so many times on this half, and it looks like it might be possible again. Look at the VA strikers. They're hugging each other so tightly, making sure they set up that crossfire and they don't die to Overjoy yet again. Oh, okay. Fishy Mint. A little bit too hot this round, though. That's going to be a quad for her.
Fortunately, might have needed to start her step in towards elbow. Just creeping, walking in towards the crosshairs of Ceci, I think. But that was a very close, very possible, very NT. Nice try. Very well attempted 1v5 clutch.
Was start looked pretty good, and we've seen her
It's getting a little bit excited.
Fishy Mint had the angle.
I thought we were having a Cadian moment.
Yep, that would have been sick though. She would have won the round off of that if she actually did that.
Okay, back into the fray we go. 12-8. It's a bit of a half-ish buy, and they're just cheekily crouching. Trailblazer confirms their positions. Now it's just a matter of burning away that utility. No more guiding lights. Well, one more remaining, but to walk up front. The phantom sprays have to be good. The first one nails it for sure, and Yenlu comes back in to support.
Yeah, looking very good for VA strikers. I mean, it was 12-6. It looked pretty hopeless, but look, Madame is going to take Yenlu down with a Spectre. And pretty deadly with a Spectre too, and Ite is just waiting here with a classic, wanting to right-click Risa Des, and it's going to be difficult for Risa Des to get anything done here. Look at it. Oh my gosh, Madame. With the drop, takes Risa Des down, and they're able to get guns, and now it's down to, it's back to a 3v3. They were able to equalize this.
30 seconds as well. 10 for each player, perhaps? They just might be able to find something. A lot of noise being made towards B Heaven, though, but the crosshair placement aiming at the torso allows for Madame to pick up yet another frag. Spike getting planted. The regrowth is good as well. And then the lockdown.
They have the Empress as well, so Madame can choose to use that. It's 1v2. I mean, it's supposed to be the last round anyway.
This could be it, Key. 30 seconds remaining. Let's go.
It's too much time bought by that lockdown. Spike getting planted. It's a lot less than 30 seconds left now because they're just creeping up. They're gonna have to check corners too. And they don't even find Madame, who gets a 4K. Almost completed the ace there. Only Fisherman left alive. 1v2 right now. The Spike is planted on this corner. The Nano Swarm is there, gonna discourage the push. She's gonna take one down though, but it is there for the trade. Great play from the Synchronizers, and they take this best of one against the VA Strikers.
Made it a little bit close. Almost starting to stage a comeback. They won 2 rounds in a row, but in the very final, Synchronizers with the perfect post-plant setups, not to mention Fishy Mint, top of the scoreboard, close to a 400 ACS.
Yeah,
it is their win.
8 first bloods there. She's absolutely lethal there, but Synchronizers are, as their name is, a little bit more synchronized in terms of their executes, their defenses. I think that's the biggest difference here, right? Like firepower wise, we've seen both teams get those kills, like those flicks, but Fisherman really opened things up for a team. But Synchronizers had a little bit more team play, was able to spread things across the board, really get into those sites, really have that fortress of a defense here on Split.
I think yes, exactly. That fortress of a defense, like you mentioned, it's the fact that they got that 8-4 at the end of the first half, winning that many rounds on the defensive side, just made it that much more difficult for VA strikers. And I do have to correct myself. It was Madame who actually got that very gnarly, nasty 4K towards the end of that last round. So of course 13-8 is the score. I guess they get to continue on with their winning streak. It's 5-0 right now in Group B, Marquis.
Yeah, they're just playing really well, and their teamwork is there. Like, I think that's the biggest thing that sets apart the teams, right? But of course, not to discourage the teams that are losing to teams with better teamwork, because some teams have been playing Evolve for a while. They've been playing together, like TOEFL earlier today, SINchronizers. We also saw them in the previous Evolve. So these teams, they have a bit more experience playing together. That's why their teamwork is a lot more refined than the other teams. But of course, like you mentioned earlier, if you are an individual and you want to join FSL, you can join Evolve. Just follow Facebook groups. There are groups that they will lead you to the right direction. You can join and join a team as well. But of course, staying together as a team, if these teams do stay together for future tournaments and practice together, their utility usage and synchronization, of course, will get
synchronization better. It's already so good, and it's only gonna get better from here, and that is why it's so fun to watch all of these teams. But of course, we gotta thank the sponsors that keep our lights on. It's Intel, it's Yahoo, the same familiar faces. There it is. So we're gonna have more teams coming up next, guys, so don't go away. We will be back after this break.